Happy Monday to everyone. We are gonna put it was gonna be a temporary drive for us to use, and now I think we're just gonna make it a permanent drive. But I'm on my next site of where I got 2 houses to tear down. And this is actually there's 2 guys that are with this farm, and I think their business up here. They used to do, I think years ago, it was always, they got creek rock out of this river that's next to us. And I don't know if they still do some of that, or more it's like some type of trucking or logistics stuff. This is my first job that I've got from them finding me over YouTube. So normally it's either Facebook or Instagram or something like that. So they just happened to be on YouTube a while back and stumbled across my channel and watched some of the videos. So they got a hold of me, and they got quite a few different projects to do up here at their property. So like I said, I got 2 houses to tear down, and then we're doing this because back in the edge of this field, they've got an old ravine that they've been trying to fill in. So all the concrete blocks, concrete, that kind of junk is all going to end up in there. And then, like I said, we're going to cover it up and try to help them kind of fill some of that in. This ditch is actually supposed to drain to my left. There's not a ton of fall in it, but that's where the river's at, and everything actually does drain down there. So I'm trying to scrape this mud out, which it seems like, I'm sure it's from them just driving through here, but this crossing is like the low point of this ditch. I mean, you can tell it kind of holds water in places, and it's pretty flat, but try to kind of shape some of this the best I can with this machine, and then we'll just drop the pipe in there, and we're going to put 3-inch rock on it. And we may have to do a little touching up after we get done with all the trips through here. We'll just have to see. Well, here's kind of the after of my temporary slash maybe permanent driveway. So it looks pretty good. It's pumping pretty bad, and that mud on the side's kind of not much you can do with it, and it drives me nuts that I got mud all in the rock, but that's just my OCD. So like I said, it's more of a temporary drive, so that'll be a whole lot easier to get the trucks in there and get back to the field. So we may have to bring another load if it kind of works it down on the ground, or if it gets a little soft like where the machine's at. Here is the next house we're gonna tear down. Sorry, it's a little windy today, so I didn't get a chance to look around this one yesterday for you guys, but it has definitely seen better days. Yeah, we're gonna do the same thing again. Just load the stuff in Dad's dump truck, because like I said, I guess they've got a dump. It's not too far away out here. There's nothing else out here, but and then that's where we were at yesterday. Back behind there is where we're gonna take all the concrete and such. But I was gonna try to get the drone up in the air, but as you can tell, it's a little breezy. It's supposed to be 67 degrees today, and then we got rain and snow showing up tomorrow, and a high of like 40 and a low of 11. So, but yeah, you can tell the house is pretty rough. I do have a scrap pile, so we're gonna take all the metal and put it in there. Like, I'm gonna try to take this boards or whatever off that shelving. Dad's on his way with his loader and his grapple bucket, so I'm gonna kind of set all the metal junk out, and then he can sort through and take it over there. There was one metal shelf yesterday that we got out of here, but I kind of walked inside. It's pretty gross. But yeah, it's in pretty bad shape. Some of it you gotta watch. Oh, you don't fall through the floor, but and like all these electrical deals, we're just gonna put them out there. I think that bandsaw, we are gonna try to, I don't know if it works, but we're gonna try to get it out there where they can see if they can get it working again. But yeah, the rest of this stuff's going to the dump. We do have a couple nice coat racks if anyone's interested in those. A little pink Barbie Jeep there. And I think, yeah, I may try to, we got to get all this. I don't know if we're going to use it or they just want it in their scrap pile, but this is some of the junk that Dad will kind of sort through. This is our project for today, so hopefully we can get all the house down and all the lumber down, and then I don't know if we'll have time. If we can start ripping out the concrete, we'll do that. This one's just got a real shallow crawl space at maybe 18 inches deep on it. And then get a little dirt, fill it in, and seed and straw it. So we'll jump in the excavator and start knocking some of this stuff down. Games begin. So I got my mattress here, so we can use that for our little sweeping and cleaning up. We'll pull around and get this rack out of the way, and then get this roof off. We got the concrete saw with the metal blade on it if we need to cut that beam up or anything. But I got another camera last night, so you guys, I got a new 9. I was gonna get a 10, but Best Buy was closed, Walmart didn't have one, and then I got to reading on them, and they like didn't really do any improvements to the audio. And that's like GoPro's biggest downfall, is the audio. It's done a lot easier than I thought. Yeah, kind of a shame. I'm sure somebody could use that metal, but I guess we'll just kind of get it rolled up where, but you can look at all the bolts. It's crazy, they got like square nuts on the bottom and those great big bolts that they put that on there with, so. They'll be able to get a little something out of it. Not forget the barbecue grill. Crunch. Alright, I may have said to you guys, I figured you get a better view on top of the cab instead of maybe in the cab, so no one really cares to listen to what I had. Maybe a little windy, but at least you can get a better view of seeing what's going on out there. long. This thing came down pretty easy. I had one wall that kind of fell out instead of back in, so I can take my mattress over there and clean that up. So now I'm getting everything kind of piled up here and smashed, and then I think Dad's got all the metal junk that we're going to try to salvage out of here to get to the scrap pile. So I'm going to kind of set everything up in the house here, and I'll set over on the edge of this concrete pad and maybe back in then about where I'm at to start loading him out. Knowing that it's this windy, I guess it's good that there's nobody else around. So you can get this stuff nice and smashed up. You can get more in the truck, and easier when you get to the dump to get it out. And you can make less trips. Works pretty good, just loading it in the back of the dump truck. It's nice because that's the problem when I used to always try to do it with like the dumpster companies. You know, if you could get two of them, then you could be loading one as they're hauling the other one off. But the bad part about it is they normally don't come back the same day to haul all of them off. So then it's like you can do a little bit, and then your dumpster's full till the next morning. So then you just kind of waste time either waiting on them, or you just call it a day and you go do, you know, work on something else. The thing about it is, with this big machine, that's hard to do. You know, if you, what, it took me 30-40 minutes to take this whole house down at that. I can load a, you know, a 30-40 yard dumpster up pretty quick. So then if you got to wait a day, it's just not, you know, it doesn't work out. I mean, the dump truck's a few more trips, but you can just keep going on it non-stop. So then as he's gone, I can just kind of keep working on crunching this stuff down and cleaning up some of the edges and stuff. Just kind of keeping it nice and consolidated. I'll grab my little broom here. I may have gone over this before, but during the tornado, I had a guy from Florida show me this is what they would use cleaning up like storm debris from either tornadoes, hurricanes, or even like ice storms. He would take a grapple bucket on his track loader, and he would run down behind all those self-loading trucks with a mattress. He said it actually starts working better when the fabric's gone and it's just a wad of wire. But he would use it and get up in people's yards, and it doesn't, I guess it doesn't actually take all the grass. I mean, well, that's going to just because I got it loosened up. He said you can sweep up a lot of the debris and leave most, just like right there. I mean, it pretty much left all the grass. It just kind of sweeps everything out. But that's what he was saying, when it's all wire, it works even better. I started doing that when we tore houses down with my old case, because my grapple bucket was just a root grapple, so it didn't have anything solid in there. They didn't have a solid, you know, bottom to catch stuff, so it's been kind of a handy little trick. So I've used it doing demos, and then even back when we did some landscaping, we were hauling a bunch of creek rock to different beds in a parking lot. We'd grab it and sweep the parking lot off real quick. My tree worked pretty good in my last video, but these will do an even cleaner job. we're making great progress. So I think he's just hauled off load number 14. And now we're pretty much down to, I'm gonna start taking the subfloor off now and just try to rake all this stuff inside the crawl space area where I can smash it down and clean it up and kind of consolidate it a little bit better. But yeah, there is a lot of stuff inside the house. And then I think this one's gonna be, this house is probably a little bit bigger than that last one we just did. I mean, it looks pretty bad. This is that wall that fell out, but I can take that mattress and kind of bust everything up, throw it in the middle, then just rake it around. I do like the fact that we haven't really had to run a machine in any of the yard out here. I'm gonna be able to do everything from that back end when we bring the dirt in and everything else. So this will all be cleaned off. So at least we didn't disturb all the way around the house. But yeah, it's looks pretty nasty now. We'll jump back in there and start, like I said, busting up this floor and kind of getting this consolidated a little better. end of day one, tearing the house down. We got all the wood and debris out of here. I think 17 loads, maybe 17, or I'll have to double check with Dad. And then there was probably one to two loads of concrete so far. So I got those that front porch and that front step knocked loose on there. So I'm gonna, the thing will barely pick it up. They're trying to turn, so I need to try to raise up there and drop it or whatever if I can. But man, the sunset is just awesome this evening. So it was definitely cool working out here in the middle of nowhere. This is kind of peaceful, but yeah, we I think we knocked this thing out today. So we'll get back in the morning, probably finish hauling this concrete out, and then we may start trying to get the lumber and the roof off of that house down there. I don't know, maybe just get what we can to the dump. It's supposed to start raining tomorrow afternoon sometime, and then a lot of rain tomorrow night, and then snow and sleet. So probably we just basically just got tomorrow. We may even just start bringing some fill dirt and try to get this one for now, and then concentrate on that one after it kind of dries back out. Machine's backed over there, fueled up and greased, and catch you guys tomorrow.